I'm not talking about oil viscosity cheaping out or changing it too late. I'm talking about a new way to violently shatter the pistons in your direct injection turbo engine in the morning by mixing fuel and oil together and then igniting it before the spark plug goes off, causing LSPI. Not at idle or strictly under cold start fuel enrichment, but most commonly when you think you're driving gently at a low RPM and you accidentally end up lugging, having the engine take in a large volume of air and inject the right fuel to match because you press the accelerator too much, causing too high of a cylinder pressure at too low of an RPM. And that's a slow, painful torture for your engine. That's common sense. But it gets worse with turbocharged direct injection engines because turbo spool and crazy good fuel atomization get introduced into the equation for low-end torque, raising cylinder pressure even higher until suddenly your engine enters a modern failure mode that was discovered in the search for fuel economy called low-speed pre-ignition, or LSPI for short. This failure mode typically destroys your ringlands because that's where the oil lives, and the root cause of LSPI is fuel and oil mixing because that super atomized fuel from direct injection can get on the cylinder walls, interact with residual oil droplets, and then pre-ignite, spiking cylinder pressures while the piston is coming up in the chamber, literally shattering or chipping it. Fortunately, it's stupid simple to prevent LSPI, or at least try to, by paying attention to what causes it and fighting it using oil that's actually rated for today's engines, made to prevent this kind of failure. And this is where donuts come into play. That little donut on the back of your oil container isn't there to be another one of the gibberish chemicals on the back of the bottle. This one is important. It's a rating from the American Petroleum Institute, and it's graded by the letter, with the letter A being the lowest, and as far as today goes, with it being late February of 2026, API-SQ is the highest rating. But API-SN+, or to be safe, API-SP, or anything after was made to prevent LSPI, because this problem didn't exist 20 years ago. It showed up when we started downsizing engines and cranking boost at low RPM to get drivability back and accidentally invented a new failure mode. Worst of all is that it doesn't warn you. It only takes one event, and while the right oil does 90% of the work, the other 10% comes down to fuel and flooring it often enough.